Hi guys, it's Les here over in West Yorkshire. Thank you very much indeed for joining me today on this glorious summer's day in West Yorkshire. It's beautiful outside. Well, I'm really rather stressed this week because, as you know, last Sunday I never got around to doing my de-stressing video, and so it's built up to toxic levels this week. So today I'm going to do a little outfit, but I'm going to see if you can guess who I'm going to be doing. Now, I'm not going to show you the head straight away. I'm going to show you the little bits and pieces. And then see if you can work it out, and then I'll tell you who it is if you haven't already guessed. So what I'm starting off with, I've got one of the standard Afro-American type bodies. It's a black body. It's I think they're about 12 quid, something like that. This one came from kghobby.com, as I usually buy my bodies from there. So that's what we're starting off with. So that's our basics. The next thing, might give it away a little bit, is we've got this suit outfit. Now this suit outfit, I think I got this off aliexpress.com. I'll put a link in the description to all of these various components that I've used, just in case you want to have a go at it yourself. So this is a little outfit, and we've got a white suit, we've got a jacket, we've got a pair of trousers, looks like we've got a red shirt, and we've got a black belt. So that should be ringing up here somewhere. All that is going to be. We've also got a white shirt. It's just a plain white shirt. We've also got a set of white shoes. An awful lot of white going off here, isn't there? And I've even got, for good measure, a little white fedora hat. That's an optional extra, not to do with the character. I just thought it and I thought I'm going to have that. So, any ideas yet? Well, I suppose the big giveaway would be this. So I'm going to have to zoom in for this so you can see what it is. I know you don't like me zooming, but can you see what that is? Now then, he is going to be a character from Bruce Almighty. So this is God. So that's who I'm building today. I'm building God from Bruce Almighty. So a little bit of divinity goes a long way. I've had a word with Sister Agatha. For those of you who know who Sister Agatha is, if you don't, thank yourself. Very, very fortunate. So, but anyway, Sister Agatha says this is what it looks like, and this is his general outfit. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So what I'll do, the other thing I wanted to show you as well, is I forgot last time to show you this little heater. Can you see this in screen? This is so that you can heat up joints. It's actually, technically, it's called, and I got this off eBay by the way, £25.78 including the post, which is not bad, is it? Metal cased, it's a really nice looking thing. It's actually called a soldering and desoldering station and hot air rework gun, and 3 nozzles, so you get 3 nozzles that you can just snap on end, like this, and then it projects a jet of hot air. Now, can you edit it running? Only just. And when you put this thing down on its cradle that it came with, it turns itself off. It's like a magnetic thing. So that's good, and you can set the temperature on it, up and down and whatnot. So it's very, very good, and it shows you on screen. Can you see it? That's the actual temperature that's coming out now, so we're on 100. I wonder what it goes up to. Let's have a look. Oh, that's the speed of the fan. So you can adjust the speed of the fan. Let's see what temperature it goes up to. Ooh. It goes up to 450. Whoosh! That's like a jet engine. That's very, very hot. So I don't know what. So that's obviously your desoldering part. I'm going to stick it back down to 100. I'm going to keep the fan running just to let it cool down a little bit. Now I'm going to and it'll go off. Very clever. Anyway, there's 3 nozzles that come with that, £25.79, and that's off eBay. So that's what I'm using for softening the joints and stuff when I'm pulling things apart and whatnot. Now then, the other thing is, I'll just put a picture up on screen. Can you see this picture? This is a classic pose, I suppose, that Morgan would pose when he sat in his chair like this. But I haven't got a white chair, but I can stick him on this bench. But you'll know with the hands, and you'll see this in close-up when I show you, but on the hands, the kind of is going like this, is kind of, well, what can I say? And you'll note when you do it yourself, if you do it yourself like this, well, what can I say? You'll note the shape of your hand. And your hand, it tends to be, or from the pictures and what on mine like this, is that this finger tends to be closer towards you than this finger. Do you know what I mean? Whereas on the plastic hands that come as they are default, they're more cupped like this. Although it's a flat hand, it's more cupped. Whereas I want it to be more open like this. And that's where this little heater comes in, because we melt the hand. Hold it into position and then either dip it in cold water while you're holding it, and that'll set it pretty quick, or just hold it and let it cool down. Takes longer that way, obviously. And then you'll end up with something more open like this. But you'll see that in close up in a minute. So that's really all I need to do. This particular body is one of the ones that's got, I think it's described as a hot toy connector on the top. It's like, it's not like the little peg that I usually see. It's the one where you pull out the entire neck and it leaves a hole where the neck goes. And the neck actually comes on the heads this time with the ball and socket on there. So that's the other part that you need to warm up to get it in sometimes. So I'll show you that in close up as well. So now we've done that, now I've told you what I'm doing, I'm going to bring this camera down and we can all have a good look at what I'm actually doing in close up. Right then, so this is our little packet of various bits. I'll just get everything out. Now this is a wide-shouldered version, as you can see with these wide shoulders here. So I hope that fits everything. So just get these bits out. Now we've got a peg here. This will be from this back, which I saw earlier. Put that in first of all. That's that finished. Everything as it should be. Yes, that's his head. Put him over there. Bag of bits. Now we don't need that because we've got that. I'm not bothered about the thigh muscles. I need the feet. I'm not bothered about these hands. These are trigger finger. Although perhaps I'll use that for holding the hat, I think. Perhaps it'd be like that. I think I might. Oh yeah, I'll keep them for a sec. I'll leave it out for a second. Oh, look at his little outfit. Now then, what we got? Belt. Now I'm not going to use this belt because I want to keep everything white. So that's a surplus to requirements, but I'm sure it will come in useful for something. That's a little kerchief for in his pocket, but again we want white, so that's not used. But we've got a nice little white outfit. Press studs, fastening. Lined again, in white. That's nice, is that, isn't it? We've got a red shirt, which again I'm not going to be using for this particular character, but I can see that getting used for something. And a pair of white trousers. Pretty good. I like them. Velcro fastening. That's good. And the shirt. I can't ever get in these bags. Look at this. Very nice. Nice fastenable cuffs as well, look. Buttons on them. Velcro. Now this goes up to the top button, and that top button is stitched in place. So that's how that one fits. That'll be interesting. So what am I to start with? Well, I think what I'm going to have to start with is the trousers. So let's just unzip him. I'm not sure if this jacket will actually fit this, you know, 'cause he does look pretty wide shouldered. We'll try. The trousers on. Look a bit Simon Cowley at the minute, a bit tie up, but we can adjust all this. Fasten it for now. And then I'm going to put the shirt on now then. For this I'm going to have to remove these hands, because looking at these don't look like they actually unfix. They're not a press stud, they're not velcro, there's a stitch, so that's fixed. So I'm going to have to use my little blower. You don't have to use this, you know, if you jiggle it and jiggle it and jiggle it, you'll get them off straight, easy enough, like, you know. But if you do this, it just makes it a bit easier. Like that. Saves you breaking it as well. A little bit of a wall. Right then. Now this is the point where you can't just push these arms up, because they don't really want to go. You've got to rotate it. See? So that this spot, which is normally at the back, is now at the front. And then you can get its arms straight up. Like that. Otherwise you can't do it. But the difficulty is, when you finish putting it on, you've also got to then rotate it back. So let's try that. Leave it at that for now. Now this is the point where it becomes quite difficult to rotate the arm back. So we'll do it though. It's just a matter of taking your time and making sure you don't get it trapped in the cloth, trapped as you're turning it. Whereabouts is it now? About halfway. This is the only way I've been able to do this. There we go. You see him get his arms down his sides now. Now I'm going to have to tuck this in, I think. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Now I haven't got a tie for him. I've been looking for a tie, but the quality of the ties is not particularly good. They always look a bit rough. And also there's none that's just plain, so I'm going to have to either make a tie or make do without a tie. But I suspect I'm going to be able to make one, because it's really only a sort of triangular piece of cloth, like, isn't it? So I'll probably cut that out. So let me just fasten this. Nice button details on this shirt. That's pretty good, isn't it? Keep saying that, doesn't it? Right, let me just fold this neck down, this collar. This is quite fidgety. What I should have done is taken that head out first. It don't matter, I don't suppose. I suppose I can just pop it on. Like that. Right, he's going to give birth in a second. Quite alien at the minute, but look, that's his neck. Because that's built into this one. So I don't need that bit in. Right, I'm just going to have to pull it to me for a second, because I can't get hold of it with 2 fingers over there. Right. Well, I think what I'm going to have to do is put the head on first. So I'm going to warm this socket just to make it a little bit more pliable. Can warm in there for a second, I suppose, as well. Not going to do any damage. Well, that's like that. Now what I'm going to do is push this head on. Which is easier said than done. I'll have to stand up for this one. Even warmed up, it's stiff. I don't think it's quite on rate, but it's on. So now I should be able to move his collar. Let me get my tweezers. It's difficult getting it to curl over, you know. Let's get him down a second. I'm sure there's a knack to this, but let's see. Should be at the top. That's the thing. That took some doing. Right, I'm going to shove this head back on again. Fingers crossed. Coming on. Yes, it's coming on nicely. Right, I'm going to put the jacket on now, because I can't put the hands on first, can I? Now then, this time I should be able to go sideways. His head might fall off again, but I'm not too bothered about it. This is always a good bit now, trying to get this arm in. I'll have to turn that one again. And that becomes 10 times worse, of course, when you're trying to turn it and you've got two clothes on it. It's no, there we go. There it is. You see how the clothes have twisted, so now we've got it untwisted without twisting the arm back. I think that's about it. Right, what can I do now? I think what I'll do now is do his shoes, because his shoes are the kind of shoes where you've actually got to put the feet in the shoes. And if I remember rightly, it was easier to put the feet in first. But let me just show you detail on these. These were £6.99, these shoes, and these came from Collectible Kitbash.co.uk. Just look at that. Isn't that incredible? The detail. Laces, and underneath we've got the leather marks, you know, like they've been worn. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Anyway, that's what he's wearing. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just get these laces out of it. So they're all inside like spaghetti. And that there like that, can you see? I'm just going to hold it forward and see if I can get this foot in there. Now, this is another one of those areas where you can warm the thing with your little heater. You can use air dryer, of course. So, that's one look. Now I'm going to shove these laces up his trousers, so I'm not going to chop them off. This other little set out. Do the same again. I mean, these shoes are even lined, like they've got leather linings. It's amazing. I mean, they are pretty expensive, but you can see there's an awful lot of work gone into them. You know, it's not just a matter of a cheap mould and that's it. There's a lot of work gone in these. There we go. That's his feet ready. So I may as well install them now. So let's just reveal his socket. Now usually these don't need warming up, but sometimes they do. Not this time. Excellent that. Now I'm going to grab these laces. Shove them over there. I'm not chopping them off because I might very well need them at some point, you know, for fasting purposes. It doesn't look super. That leg's at a funny angle. Right, I'm going to tuck him in now. So yeah, I have to use tweezers because I can't grab it. Whatever works. That's the back done. I think that looks fine and dandy. Right, now then, the hands. Well, this is the default hands as it comes. Let's see if I can get this to zoom in. I'm not sure if I can. Is that focused? Can you see that that's quite cupped? Can't even pick it up. You see it's quite cupped, which is not the expression that I'm looking for. Right, I'll just put that on there. Now this is one that I warmed up previously. Hopefully you can see the difference. Can you see the difference? If I can line them would obviously got the same hand, wouldn't it? That's what it started off like. Honestly. That's the before and after. You can't tell difference, can you, with that? 1, 2. Anyway, point is, it's going to be going like this, and so that's a better expression. So to do that, what I did, and just make sure I do the right hand, or the correct hand, that belongs on there, so I'm going to put it on. Because I always pick the wrong hand up, don't I? Again, these usually pop in pretty simple. So we've got that one on. Now this one, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this hat. If I'm going to use this hat, let's say he's going like this, like this. Well, you know, with this hand, with this one, perhaps he could be holding that hat. This hat is made out of plastic, and it's got like a flock coating on it. Quite a flimsy thing, but nevertheless it's effective. So let's have a look, see if any of these hands are going to work for him. Well, that's the wrong one, that's the right one. Suppose. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for this pose with both hands flat. So I might as well show you how I flattened it. So what I'm doing here, I've got my heat gun set to 100 centigrade. So that's boiling point. So just make sure you don't burn your fingers on it. And this metal bit that you can see here, the silver bit, is red hot. So don't touch that. Now what I'm doing here is I'm softening the plastic. I'm not touching the plastic with the metal, because that'll mark it. So that's pretty soft now. Now here comes the magic. What you can do, now you've softened it, is position the fingers where you want them. See how I've pushed them back, and I've pushed that outwards a little bit. You see that? Right, now I've exaggerated it a bit on this one just to demonstrate it, but it will come back a little bit anyway. It'll spring back to some extent. So if you've got some cold water, what you can do at this point is put your hand in cold water, and that will set it much quicker. So I'm going to have to stand there now to let this set. So I'm going to pause the video here and go and dip my hands in water. Right, so I'm back, and that's the resulting hand. You see that? Much flatter. This index finger is further out this way than this little finger, which is inner. You see? So that's how you would normally position your hand when you're doing that kind of gesture. So that's that hand. So let's stick this on. I'm going to find the socket. Now then, I don't think these shirt arms are long enough to come all the way down. They might be, but let's have a look. Because I can actually see it just there. It would be nice if they did, but I'm not too concerned if they don't. Just to be a bonus. Difficult to get hold of. It looks like the sleeve, the very end of the sleeve, is just a little bit smaller than the end of the wrist. See if I can expose that for you. Can you see? This is a little bit tighter than the diameter of the wrist, it looks like, but I might be able to slide it up. if I can get it over. Yeah, we've got it over, look. But I don't think that shirt looks right. No, you're not going to be able to see that, are you? So you can't see the shirt, but like I said, that was just a bonus anyway, just a thought. Anyway, that's what it looks like so far. So with the position, what we're going to do is something like this. You know, on his little bench. So let's come back up to me. Let's come back up to me, and he looks like he's doing a tap dance now, doesn't he? We'll stick him on his bench. Whew. Back up with me now. So he's not looking too bad, is he? That's not too shabby, if I do say so myself. I've never seen this model for sale, but of course you can make up your own characters, can't you? Because that's the idea. You go and find all the various bits from different parts of the globe. Actually, some of it's come from China, some of it came from America, some of it came from Britain. You know, it's all doable. So we've got a stand. Now, what I think I'm going to do just for a second is just put him on this stand and see what I can actually do with this hat. See if I can incorporate it somehow. Just stick him on there. Ooh, looks like he's cocking his leg now. Better. Right. So I suppose that's this one. You'll be saying, well, I don't know. I'll show you this in a sec. Nice fit, this jacket, by the way, for the broad-shouldered body. That looks more like he's being held up. That's more of a being held up, isn't it? So he's got to be sat down to be doing this and relaxed. Looking at this picture, you can see here, he's kind of in a chair. So now at the minute, if you remember last week, he was being a naughty boy and he was sampling the goods up here. Unfortunately, his mate Sam Jackson is now sampling, so you can get off. I'm going to put you down there. Sorry, mate. And then you can come here, Layla. Lay you down there. I'm sure you're used to being laid down. And this is the bench. Excellent little bench. Now then, he's going to have to sit down in it. So, legs forward, thighs forward, and bent, and bent. Turn it around so I can see what I'm doing. Now, as soon as you do that, it adds an entirely different look to it. Let me pull his arms in. It's going like that. Now, the thing on this picture is he's resting his elbows on the chair arms, and so his elbows are quite narrow into his body. Can you see? Whereas on this, there is no chair arms. So I think he would probably be doing it more like this. So that's what I'm doing anyway. Move that like that. There he is. What do you think? Now, it could be seen to Tallulah one boot or Tallulah two boots. It could be saying, what do you think, fellas? Is it worth it? Should I? I'm not Adam. That looks good, doesn't it? So anyway, that's who he's getting for next week. I can't think of any way to improve him. The only thing I can think on here, I don't know if you can see this, is that I can see his ankles, and I would like to see some white socks on there. So I'm going to have to make some white socks just to cover that, or paint them feet white so it's the same as the suit, so it's not as obvious, because it looks like he's got spindly ankles. The other thing I would have liked is I would have liked this top button to be able to have been undone, so we can have it like I've got mine, rather than like this. You know, it looks a little bit unnatural. Looks like he's actually intended to have a tie, you know, on there. So I think if I don't put a tie on him, so he's going to look odd, because he's going to look like he's missing a tie. Whereas if it was open, it wouldn't look. Because on the pictures, there is actually some pictures of him with a tie and without a tie, so you could have either way. But certainly that one's undoing, so I think I might have to just pop that button, just to complete it, you know. And the other thing is, I don't know if he's got a belt. I can't see if he's got a belt. He don't really need one on here, but it would be nice to have a belt, perhaps with a gold buckle or a silver buckle. And that's about it, really. I can't do any better than that. It looks super, and it's even the same hairdo and that and face. I think this must be the character from the film, because the makeup and that and the way his hair's shaded and his little goatee beard and that is just the same as the picture. So I'm guessing that's what this is from, or certainly a film from that era anyway. So anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. Perhaps I can... I wonder if he could be doing that and say, oh no, sweetie, cover him up, cover him up. Let's try this. Let's move him forward a bit. Like that. Oh sweetie, cover him up! Yeah, so I've really enjoyed doing that, so I'm going to have some good fun with this. I'm sure everybody's going to chuckle when they see him. So the next one I'm going to do, I might have another one later, it depends what mood I'm in. But I have actually got, do you remember I got the Michael Jordan head? Well, I've now got the Michael Jordan outfit, his little baseball outfit. Today I've got his red matching trainers. And I've already got his head, obviously. So I think that's what we're going to be doing today. Perhaps depends what I get done. But there's always something to play at, isn't there? That's the thing. Or should I save that for tomorrow? I don't know. I'm going to be busy tomorrow. But anyway, that's it for today, folks. I'm going to go and watch a film or something and relax for an hour. A bit more anyway with a film. So I'll see you later.